All right, welcome everybody. This is going to be a webinar to cover unit inventory. This is for the MotilityAnywhere program, and this is geared for the customers who are migrating from the Infinity system over. I will be trying to highlight some of the differences and changes in the system between Infinity and MotilityAnywhere, and talk a little bit about how unit inventory is set up in the system. As part of the Zoom meeting, you do have the option to go ahead and input your questions into the Q&A. So do feel free to drop questions into the Q&A for me, and I will go ahead and answer those as we go along. So I am going to do a real quick review of the front screen that you see when you first sign in. This is called the main menu. And on the main menu, you have a bunch of different stuff. So if you are working in a dealership with multiple rooftops, each rooftop is going to have its own little tab here. Underneath the tab, you are going to have individual modules listed out. And then on the bottom, you're going to have some quick links, and these are just quick actions to perform when you first open up the system. Think of those as little shortcuts for you. Also, on the left side, you're going to have a recent history. So if you went into entity profiles or quotes or things like that, you'll see those listed over here on the left side just for quicker and easier opening. All right, so since we're talking about unit inventory today, I'm going to go ahead and open up the unit inventory module. And in the unit inventory listing here, you'll see all the units listed out. Now you can search a couple different ways in this program. So you can go ahead and type into this search field up top. And you also have an advanced search, and I'll get into that in just a second, but you can type into the search field and hit search. And this is going to search through stock numbers, year, makes, models, memos, new, used, demo, et cetera, et cetera. It's going to look through a whole bunch of fields, basically all the fields, for that information that you typed into the search field. You also have an advanced search. Now, the advanced search lets you get super duper detailed. So obviously, I'm not going to go through all of these, but there are a ton of fields that you can search by to be able to locate units. Once you've performed a search, if you need to pull up that list of results, maybe you were just looking up a specific make and model, you can click that results history to pull up that list of results and be able to change to the next unit that meets that criteria. Over to the right, we do have the exclamation point. This is a fast and easy way to get in touch with the support team if you have any questions or concerns. The notification bell over in the upper right is your to-do list. Now, obviously, I'm a slacker, so I only have 10 tasks hanging out here for me to do. And that way I can actually mark them as completed as we go. The user icon in the upper right is going to go ahead and list out our settings if we need to access any settings. For salespeople, you can mark yourself as do not disturb. You can update which theme that you are using, and that changes the whole look of the system for you. I find the light theme a little bit easier on my eyes. Also, under the user icon, you can use the text size slider. Okay, and you have your lovely advanced view checkbox. This will change the look of several screens in the program. The help/question will go ahead and do the same exact thing as hitting the exclamation point here, and offers a way to reach out to the support team quickly and easily. Also in the upper right, you do have your time clock options, so clocking in, clocking out. Okay. So again, we talked about if you needed to look up a specific stock number, you can search here, you can do your advanced search, and you have filter options on the individual column headers. So you can type in a stock number, hit the little magnifying glass to find that stock number. It'll go ahead and search as you type. So just bear that in mind. Each one of these is a search, so you can type away as much as you'd like. Now you can customize this list. There's a ton of info on this list. So you can customize what shows in this list for you. Click on the little ellipsis button on any column header, hover over columns, and you can check and uncheck the columns that you wish to show. Now you'll notice I have a whole bunch unchecked because I don't need to see any number of bathrooms, number of bedrooms. I don't need to see any of that. I have narrowed it down, so I'm only looking at the things that I want to look at. And once you've made any changes to this list, to save those changes, just hit Save Layout in the lower right. That will save the layout for just you, yourself, nobody else. So everybody gets to customize it to show just the things that they do want to see. Now you can also rearrange things by clicking and dragging the column headers around, and it will lay out everything for you. Okay, so the unit profile has not changed very much between the Infinity program and MotilityAnywhere. I'm going to go ahead and just pop one open. All right, now the biggest change that people are dealing with moving from Infinity to MotilityAnywhere is the locking. By default, when you open a record in MotilityAnywhere, the record is locked. You can view everything, but in order to make changes, you need to unlock it. This lets multiple people be able to view it at the same time, but only one person make changes at a time. This is a little bit different than Infinity. In Infinity, the first person to open it is locking the record for anybody else. So it's just a little bit different that you're able to look at everything, but in order to make changes, you do need to unlock that record. So it is already unlocked. So again, you're going to get that same kind of pop-up that you do in Infinity in the MotilityAnywhere system, but it does go ahead and work kind of the flip way that it did in Infinity. All right, so once I've unlocked the record, I can now make changes as needed. I usually go ahead and unlock just so that way it doesn't hop around on me here. Now the header section of the, and this is that show more, show less. I'm just going to expand this section so we can look at everything inside it. This header section includes that same information that shows in the header in Infinity. Okay. The shared unit information, we did go ahead and put into the header section here to make your life a little bit easier in here, to add in information that can then be shown online if you have selected to display this unit on internet. Okay, somebody just asked a question if a user is in a record, you do have the option, just like in Infinity, to unlock a record. Be very cautious doing this. If you unlock a record that somebody else is in, they've made changes, but they haven't hit save or exited, then you can actually kick out all the changes that they make. But if you did need to, maybe it's somebody who they went to lunch and you know they're not actively making changes in there, you can go ahead, just like in Infinity, we have the unlock tool that you can unlock a record that is held open by somebody else if needed. So this looks almost exactly the same and acts pretty much exactly the same as it does in Infinity. So when you go in to unlock, you choose what it is we're unlocking, hit unlock, and then close. All right, so back into the unit profile. Again, the header section up top has all that same information. that it does in Infinity. The shared unit info. This is in Infinity, it's just below the header, and it has like the template, the rental unit box, and the pending trade box. Again, it's that exact same information, but we kind of plugged it into the header to save on screen real estate. I don't know about you guys, but I've got a teeny tiny little space on my screen. So being able to collapse these down, I find is super helpful. Okay. So in here, in that shared unit info at the bottom of the header, you can upload documents, and these are visible to customers. So this is a really nice, easy way if you've got maybe a PDF of the floor plan layout or anything like that, you can upload those here. And depending on how you have it set up to integrate to your website, it may then be available for customers to view online. So I am going to go ahead and collapse this header section. Again, I've got a teeny tiny little screen. So I'm going to collapse that down. The color at the top is coming from the status of the unit itself. And we do have several tabs here. Now you can obviously recognize this one. This is travel trailer, motorized unit, vessels, things like that. Those are all set up as custom tabs in the Motility Anywhere program. If they are not something that you're going to use, you don't need to have those included. But of course, the financial tab is where everybody spends their life. Now, right now, this is a very left to right layout. A change is coming to this screen. I'm not sure if it's the next update or the one after, but I do know they are working on retooling these screens to put them in a more column layout. And that is much more what we're used to with Infinity. So definitely looking forward to that. Just bear in mind, if it comes out and you do not see it, just make sure that your advanced view box is checked. That's what's going to give you these column layouts when they are available. So again, all the same information in Infinity shows in Motility Anywhere. So your pricing information on the unit, the flooring information on the unit, the GL accounts for the unit, etc., all show on here. It is, again, laid out slightly differently, but it is the same info. Below that, we're going to have individual vehicle accounting transactions and the actual accounting transactions that can include more than just the vehicle itself. Let me scroll back up here. Now, if you mark this as a consignment unit, the consignment tab, just like in Infinity, is going to contain that same information about the consignment unit, basically the amounts and all that information. Accessories. If your dealership is adding accessories in here, maybe as part of the purchase of the unit, or we want to list some stuff out to show online, you can add those in right here. The service tab, same as Infinity. It's going to show current and past service invoices for this unit. Customer tab, again, no big change. This is going to show all the information about who it was purchased from, who it was sold to, if it was a trade, what was that trade's stock number, what stock number did it sell under. If it's currently listed on a deal, you can hit view and pop open that deal to go look at it. Internet tab, really, again, no big changes. This is going to be the information that you want to display online if it's different from the information up top. So you can put in override information on here, just like in the Infinity system. You still have your internet grid right over here where you can go ahead and make mass changes all at once. You can create your internet makes and models right from here as well. Any accessories that were added under the accessories tabs will also show here. Again, if you have any questions, please do go ahead and drop them into the Q&A. Again, I'm not going to get super in-depth on this. This is a quick review of how the unit inventory module looks and any changes between. The image tab is going to go ahead and let us upload and view images for this unit. Now, uploading images, really quick and easy. You hit scan image, you hit your little upload button, and it will pop open. You select your files, locate your files on your computer, and be able to upload them right from here. It'll show the uploading progress per picture. Hit done, and then it will go ahead and show up right here. So you'll be able to see all of those images all in one spot right from here. These little, I don't know what you call them, thumbnails are also going to show over here on this side. Okay, now the motor tab I do have enabled in here just because I was working with a marina. So the motor and marine tabs are obviously for them. If your dealership is offering rental units, you have your rental tab. Again, the exact same information that shows in Infinity also shows here. Okay. Tasks work exactly the same way as they do elsewhere in the program. You can create tasks from here. Creating a task from a unit will actually plug in the unit stock number into that task automatically. The floor plan tab is going to show you a little bit more detailed information about the flooring. The history tab is going to show who went where, did what for how many fig newtons. And we still have those custom fields for the units that you can have listed here. Now, one big change that I really like about MotilityAnywhere is that you can rearrange the order that these show in. So you can hit your little edit pencil to the far right, select Manage Tabs, and be able to go ahead and set the order of the different tabs. So the lower the number, the further to the left, and you can put these in whatever order that you'd like them to be in. If security-wise you have access to a tab, but you don't wish to see it, you can uncheck the little display box, and that will go ahead and hide it. All right, I did have a question come in about drag and drop file uploads. I do not know if that is working to be able to drag and drop those. I believe you do have to click the select files to navigate to where they are held and be able to upload them that way. I don't know though. So I apologize. I don't have an answer on that one. All right. So again, pretty straightforward. Exact same functionality as the Infinity system, just looks a little bit different for you. Now we have moved a couple things around. So you will see the window sticker is down at the bottom of the unit profile. So you can go ahead and click that to get a preview of the window sticker. And obviously I don't have a whole lot going on here. I don't have any accessories or anything listed out, but it does include the unit barcode at the top. Also down at the bottom, we have our multi-unit copy. So one of the ways to enter in new units is to copy from an existing unit. So you can go ahead and add new units using your preset stock numbers, putting in the correct VINs and colors for that unit. You can add one or more lines to this list to be able to add them in quickly and easily. Now, deleting works just like Infinity. If you have accounting transactions on a unit, you cannot delete it. Okay, this one does have accounting transactions, so obviously I won't be able to. I can add a new one manually right from here. Adding a new one manually works exactly the same as the Infinity system. I can add alerts to the unit right from here as well. An alert will go ahead and pop up anytime somebody opens up this unit profile to view it. So they will see that alert when they go to open up the unit itself. So let me go ahead and exit out of the unit profile. Now, a lot of the different options that show on units, these used to be under the edit menu in Infinity. Now in MotilityAnywhere, they've been moved. So in MotilityAnywhere, and of course your access to this may be restricted based on security permissions, but they are held under the settings. I'm going to pop that open in a new tab to show you real quick. Under app settings and under unit inventory, this is where you're going to find a lot of the different things that showed under the edit menu in Infinity. So for instance, if you wanted to go in and set up accessories, or again, all this information that we had in Infinity in the edit menu is now under your settings and in the app settings section. A lot of the tools have been gone ahead and moved here to the main screen on the left-hand side. So you have a couple different things over here. You can view your unit purchase orders. You can use one of the tools to go ahead and show units on the internet, basically setting them up to be able to transfer to your website if you have that integration enabled. Okay, now the unit purchase order list is right over here, but you can create a new unit order right from here. Now, unit orders in MotilityAnywhere again work exactly the same as they do in Infinity, even creating that temporary placeholder before the unit comes in. So it does work exactly the same functionality, just a whole new look for the system. And really, it's again that exact same info. You can sort everything just like you could at Infinity, and it is just a slightly different layout and a totally different look. Thank you so much for joining me for the walkthrough on the unit inventory module for MotilityAnywhere. Please reach out if you do have any further questions. Thank you all for your time, and I hope you have a great day.